My father-in-law, Jay Porter, was born and raised in Riverside. He grew up not too far from here. His dad was a pharmacist. He owned Porter's Pharmacy downtown, and his mom came from a family that owned Franzen Hardware. His mom and dad then, later in life, after the pharmacy was closed, they ran Twin Palms Motel on Box Springs. It's now closed, but they were entrepreneurs. His mom was Clara Franzen. His dad was Jacob Buchner Porter. He served in the Navy as an air traffic controller, but he only did one term, and he was in the Korean conflict. He worked on the Alaskan oil pipeline. He did a lot of traveling. He went to South America in search of diamonds and came back with a wife. He met my husband's mother in Trinidad and Tobago, where he fell in love and married her and brought her back to the States. Jay was one of the kindest men I have ever known. He would give a stranger money if they needed it. He was generous, more generous with others than he was with himself. He loved to learn about new cultures. He spent a lot of time going to the Philippines and spending time embedded in the culture there. He loved working with the kids at the California School for the Deaf. One of the things that he would recount was summer camp, going with them for camp. There were a number of the students who were also physically disabled as well as hard of hearing or hearing impaired. And that was one of his greatest joys, was being able to go with them to the camp and see them thrive. He spent his life doing more for others, and I think that's something that is commendable. Something I really admired about him. Yeah, he had a very big heart. He spent a lot of time in his free time buying and rehabbing rentals, and that was his passion. I think he really enjoyed it, and he was very hands-on. He was a do-it-yourselfer, so he learned how to fix. He could fix anything. He really loved animals, so he had cats. He had a number of cats at home, and he donated to animal rescues. My brother-in-law, who lived with my father-in-law until his death, also loved animals, and they too would go visit rescues, local rescue organizations. He was 87. He would have turned 88 the year that he passed away. My husband, Lloyd Porter, and his brother, Glenn Porter. Glenn is interred here along with Jay. The two of them were very close. Glenn lived at home his entire life. He was very bright, but he suffered from some mental illness. He went to UCR, he studied neurobiology, and he got his bachelor's. He and my father-in-law went on day trips. That's what their primary source of entertainment was the two of them together taking trips. Jay was a caring, loving, generous human being that I think everybody who knew him loved him. He always was very, always in good spirits. I think that was the thing that he left us with, was his good humor, and we will always miss him.